It's time. It is time to spin the wheel. There's a new wheel in town. Don't panic. Check it out though. Whoops. New wheel. This has every UFO 50 game. We're gonna spin it. Whatever it lands on, we're gonna try to 3D model something off of it. But first we gotta play a little bit of the game just to get some inspiration. You know what I mean? Here we go. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure the browser capture isn't super loud or y'all are gonna get your ears blown out. Okay, that's good. What do we get on our first ever? Oh no! Okay. Rakshasa, a game that I've played a little bit. I understand it's very difficult. We can find something to do. We can find something interesting here. More Blender modeling? Yes. So we're going to play a little bit of Rakshasa in UFO 50, and then we are going to try to 3D model something for it. Boop. We're also going to, I'll remove this from the wheel. I took off the option to remove stuff on accident. I'm gonna remove this from the wheel after this stream so we don't get it again. We're just gonna keep going down the list. Rakshasa is a side-scrolling, kind of like, it almost reminds me of Contra. It's hard, it's very hard. It's one of the harder games in my experience. Cut the music, we're gonna get right into it. Do y'all think it could win the game of the year, indie game of the year? I think it could. How is it already captured? Oh, I know why. Oh, I forgot to do the YouTube intro. YouTube, welcome in. First ever time. We've already done the wheel. Here, you know what? Let me just, I'm gonna slash marker real quick like. Boop. We spun the wheel. We got Rakshasa. We're gonna be 3D modeling a little bit of Rakshasa after playing it, just so we can get some inspiration. Arborcat, what's up? UFO 50 better win. Roland Butterfield, what's up? And Proton, what's going on? I think it's likely that Balatro will take it, which is, you know, deserved. I think it's deserved. What's this with YouTube? I'm going to cut this segment out. Everybody wave hi to YouTube. Wave hi to YouTube. I'm cutting this segment out, and I'm gonna upload this segment by itself as a video, and then I'm gonna upload the entire VOD separate. If you're joining us from YouTube, this was streamed live on Twitch, so that's why it's a little scuffed. Sorry about the intro. Either way, we're gonna enjoy this. We're going to play this game. We're going to 3D model something from it after playing it for a little bit. Vayantir, what up? Chat, what's that dancing emote that's like a rainbow and animated? Probably Blob Dance. Here we are. Rakshasa, number 38. I've played it very little. Blob Dance. A quiet night in Zero Valley, much like any other. Village gets destroyed, etc., etc. Demons of hell. You waving bye to YouTube? Here's our mans. The village chief.
Yeah!
We are going to probably not model the main character, if I had to guess. Those take a little bit more time.
Yeah!
So you die, you come back to life. It's kind of like the mechanic where you die and then come back to life reminds me a lot of, there was this game called Prey back in like the early 2000s. Where when you died, you got like the opportunity to resurrect yourself. What are the buttons? The bad Prey? No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. You were a Native American? Okay, the controls, I remember, are a little tough. We got a fireball. Whoop! Go into the spirit realm with your bow. Exactly. So we died instantly. Cool. Keep your eyes peeled for things we can 3D model. There's a lot of like cool little enemies that we can pick from. Woo! They made the ghost functionality from Spelunky 2 and Spelunky, I guess, into a full game. We can also pick something off the main character, like this staff that they're using. What would you call this? Is it a staff? A wand? A cudgel? I'm unsure. I think the torch, the light, the sconce will give us... Get back! Yeah! What are you supposed to do? Will these segments be available on YouTube? You might not be able to stick around. Yes. Part of the whole reason we're doing this is so I can have more like kind of, it's not curated for YouTube, but it is more YouTube oriented, strictly because I want to have content for YouTube. Like this whole idea is kind of focused around a series. But it's also a good stream segment because I like doing 3D modeling while talking with chat and stuff. We suck at this game, dude. The skull would be fun. I like these little eyeballs with the spikes on them. The little orange guys. They look like the cloud enemy from Kirby. The skull is also cute. So every time we die, we have to collect more of these medallions to come back to life. And we are helpless in this mode. Like, we can't really do much. I think we get some iframes if we pick up stuff. We game over. That's okay. We'll be okay. It's a magic wand. A Hitachi, perhaps? Am I going to get it edited? No, not at all. I'm just going to chop this segment specifically out of the entire live stream and post that to YouTube because I can't be arsed. Editing videos is fun when I have like a specific idea to edit a video. But when I don't, nah, dude. Unedited VODs. That's what's on YouTube already. But this one is like condensed. It's more so directly focused on the segment. Get him! We got the Anubis wand from Spelunky 2. Don't you spawn camp me. He spawn camped me. And you don't watch them? Well, you're watching the live stream. What's the problem? Alright, so we're probably gonna have to pick something from like the very beginning of the game. Because we can't get past like the first screen. Not all of it always. I mean, so you don't watch the Twitch VODs either though, right? So what's the problem? I like the sounds in this game. It's kind of like it's got like a little cricket in the background. Y'all hear that? Very ambient. Dude, I cannot stress to you that the controls are so scuffed. It takes you like 40 seconds to do anything after you land. Watch out for the 3 balls that come out of the orb, or like the medallion. What's the green one? I don't know what the green one does. I never pick it up. I do like these little goblins. What would you call these creatures? They look kind of like yokai. Get him out of here. All right, we've killed the flower. Good job. We almost picked up the Hand of Midas from Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Good dodge. Don't camp the stuff right as you come to life here. Okay. Give me a new weapon. Never mind, I'll take the gold pot. Unsure what this does except increment our score. Give me a new ability, please. Thank you. Bees! Plus timer. Boss. Yo, he looks crazy. We're dead. Spawn camp. We get iframes upon picking up one of these medallions for like a very brief period of time. So if we like rush, oh, we don't have our superpower. We're dead. We're dead. Does it reset the difficulty for picking up the medallions every level? Because this is impossible. I gotta make a low poly model of this creep. That would be cool, but it would take forever, I think. I want to pick something that won't take too much time to do. Primarily just due to, you know, time constraints on the stream. I've gotten pretty fast at the modeling process. You second the orange spiky eyeball? We can whip that up pretty quick, but let's keep playing. We could also do like this golden pot that we keep picking up. Ugh. Or something along those lines. But the eyeball is kind of cool looking. The Hand of Midas. Use the angular attack. Use it! Pray there's a blue tiefling. Why? Holy cow, good iframe usage. Man, I wish you could, like, you can't really control your trajectory after jumping. Oh! Spawn camper, you almost got me. Bees! The bees are kind of neat too, but I don't want to do a bee. I would rather do a bizit. Is there any way to prevent him from immediately killing my ass? Let me out. Nope. We're gonna give this a few more attempts, and then I think we'll pick something. Like if you do make a 3D eyeball, is there an eye inside of a spiky spherical cage? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. There's like a lot of different approaches and artistic styles we could try to do. We got the fireball. I think this one is strongest, but it doesn't have like a good spread on it, so you have to be a little careful. I hate that you know how to walk up terrain. Whoop! Get him, get him. Oh. The hand from the start menu, since we're not getting any further. That hand shows up in a lot of UFO 50 games. Give me the... Oh, you jerk. I wish you could attack and run at the same time. You cannot. That makes it very difficult. Good random spread of these. He's coming. They cannot get up 2 tile high. Okay. Only 1 tile high. Bees are coming. I would love to kill this enemy. Let's charge up and attack first. Yeah! Stay back. Okay, I don't think there's any world we can run under him. There's not like a dash. Hold. You gotta draw a line. Oh, you gotta draw like the shortest line you can. We killed him! Get destroyed! Give me your Hand of Midas. New PB? What the heck? Monkey? I like the little monkey. We might do the monkey, man. Get me out of here. I want that pot. Bees! Aren't those in... I feel like I've seen those in another game from UFO 50. Mortal? Also, this song kind of reminds me of something you'd hear in Mortal. Mortal 2 specifically. Grommel, what up? How are ya? We can't go down. Kill the hive. Kill the hive. Kill the hive! Please tell me it restarts the difficulty of this. It does not, huh? Okay. Kind of BS, but whatever. My iframes! I liked that little monkey. High score achieved. Let me in. Okay. I want to try this again. I want to see if we can see that second screen one more time. We're getting better, objectively. What's the skull in the top left, do you think? Is that like your death counter? Kill him. We need to just be patient, I think. Deal with enemies that are on the screen because they will become a problem if you don't deal with them. That was almost bullshit. This is bullshit. Nope. Duh. Just a decoration. Definitely does not mean anything. Oh, come. Okay, it is a death counter. Not an easy game, that's for sure. Am I missing like movement tech? It doesn't seem like it. It feels like there's like moments where it would like invite you to run faster, but it just simply does not exist. Gotta kill the flower like ASAP. You can't pick that up from here? All right, this is good. This is good. This is a good run so far. Kill these jerks. Oh. Oh, bop, bop. See, I can't like jump at an angle if I'm up against the wall. Oh no, I wanted to keep the fireball. All right, we learned a lesson. Stay on this side of the bridge as long as you can and just spam it. We don't have the range. We do not have the range. Get destroyed, dude. Incredible work. 0 deaths into the zone 2. All right, pay special attention to these monkeys. If you're able. I do kill them like instantly because I'm super good at this game. All right, we need to kill the ninpeck. There's monkeys everywhere. We gotta kill the bees. The spawner is insane. Do you think that's where we need to go, this thing? Or is this like a trap? Green ball. It's an egg. What is that? It's one of the creatures from Belgrass. What does he do? The Mike Wazowskis? That's also cute. Oh geez, that monkey tried to get me. Okay. The spawner has been dealt with. Kill the monkeys. There's another spawner. Holy, okay, I think purple might be the best. What is he doing? He had an exclamation point. Look at all them coins. Too bad I don't care about score. I just want to progress further. I think we're near another boss, perhaps.
Yeah!
This is like insane PB. Although our score is terrible. Actually, I think it's our highest score so far. Get! Is that a pit that I can fall down, or is that in the foreground? Okay. Just destroy everything that could be a threat. The purple is so good because it has like slight homing. The bridge falls. Good to know. What is he doing, man? What is Mike Wazowski up to? I'm glad you couldn't touch me from up here. It almost looked like my hitbox was affected by you. If we run out of time, what happens? There's like an existential threat in the timer. A new boss. Oh, it's a monkey. Look at this guy. Stay away from me. You can't double jump, dude. Wait. Mike Wazowski took a hit for us, dude. That's his function. Ouch. That was our first death, though. This is incredible. Don't squander it. We worked very hard for this. You run. Thank you for the copious iframes at the start of this. I should have expected something from those. It's like the little pig from Gungeon. You! Stay back. Okay. Kill him, kill him. Yes! Was that the final boss? Are you kidding me? They spawned for like 8 seconds? We cleared a stage? No way, dude. This is good. Are we 3D modeling Mike? Should we? It's from Velgrass, but I mean, we totally could. I love that he saved our lives. Uh-oh. Please tell me it restarts. It does not. The difficulty doesn't reset. Are you crazy? So we need to like prioritize getting Mike Wazowski. Also, can I go across the screen like the enemies can? Oh, you piece. New highest score. That was pretty good though. Let's try it again. Let's do one more here. I'm having a good time with this game. More than I thought I would when I first played it because it was like extremely difficult. If we can get through the first level with no deaths again. Oh, we wanted purple there. We gotta try to like influence what we pick up there instead of just diving into it. The purple is so good, it carried us. Kill everything on screen because it will become a problem if it's not one. Live by these words and you will be okay. I can't pick that up. My hitbox doesn't touch that. Are you kidding me? Doing pretty good. They can't get up here, can they? They cannot. I wish we could shoot at an angle. All right, we got purple. Probably not good for the boss, but very good for everything that came before it. This guy's tough, dude. It seems random where he decides to go. And like once he's up on you, you can't do anything about it. So we just died. I want to try to get Mike Wazowski again. Just stand here and tank it? Okay. Mini boss killed. Phase 2 is going to be tough without a weapon. That was like a huge boon for us having purple right here. You! We need to go up there. Yup! Can't shoot straight ahead or straight up. Okay. Kill that monkey. Mike is right up there, dude. I know he is. Come on. Wait, where's my Mike? Oh, there he is. Hello, Mike. He's got 2 little stubby legs, an eyeball. We can also, so I don't know if people are aware of this, but the Spriters resource, a website that has like a bunch of pixel arts that people can just upload. No, he waves a flag and then he dies. Someone uploaded all, like, I don't know if it's all, but it's most of the sprites from UFO 50 to the Spriters resource. So we're probably going to download it and have it as a reference. I like using, what the heck was that? I like using a reference when possible. Get away, dude. I want to try to break this. There might be a weapon in there that's valuable. Nope. Just another golden pot. The monkeys! Yes, Spriters resource. They actually follow the channel, which I thought was crazy. There's also one for 3D modeling, by the way. It's called the modelers resource or something like that. It has a lot of 3D models from various games and various game properties that you can utilize as references for things. I haven't personally done that, and I don't know how well they translate to like various softwares like Blender, especially like older games models. But that's also something you can utilize as a resource if you need to. I think what's valuable about that website is that you can look at the UV maps for a lot of models and see how they were accomplished. I personally have not done that yet, but it is an option available to people. Are we gonna have to try to fight Monkey Boss with our base weapon? I guess we did fight him at one point with just the base weapon. Unless this gives us something to live with here. It does not. Deal with them. What is that? What was that? Oh, it killed everything on the screen? Is that what just happened? That was pretty sick. What the heck are those? It's a frog? They're golden frogs? Okay, we picked up a weapon. It's not the one I would have chosen. I think the purple would go crazy on this boss because we can't really like be on the same plane as him very long. That's gonna get me. This is gonna be tough. Grab this one first and then do a loop. Do the loop. Ooh. That was tough. You! Incredible. Okay. We have another shot. Thank you for not coming straight at me. I don't think we're making it out of this one. 5. Our 5th death. Nope. That's tough, dude. Sheesh. He waves a French flag and then leaves. The little white flag. Okay, well, you know what? I think we have our target. I think the Mike Wazowski is a cute idea. I think it's simple enough. It's got character. It's a cute little thing. Let me real quick. Let me go to the website I was just talking about. Download the assets for Rakshasa or for Velgrass, because that character is a main enemy in Velgrass as well. Let's see, the Spriters resource. Ba 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 da da ba. Oops, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. Spriters resource. Let's search for UFO 50. I just came in here like a couple days ago and searched for UFO 50, and I was like, holy crap, someone's ripped like every game and uploaded all their stuff. Which is awesome. Let's see, we have Barbuda, Bug Hunter, Ninpeck, Paint Chase, Magic Garden, Mortal, Velgrass. We could just grab Velgrass. It's probably gonna have less sprites than... They got like every game in here, dude. But we'll pull it for Rakshasa just because. Let's download this. Extract all. Extracting 477 items. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. Let me toggle the category real quick. Scoop. All right, so I'm looking through the sprite sheet. There's a lot of stuff in here, man. Like a lot of stuff. Where's the Mike Wazowski? I see the eggs. I see a frog. I'm gonna have to load this into a sprite and then... Oh, he's called a familiar. That's fair. I'm gonna load this into a sprite and explode it so that it's a lot larger for use as a reference. That's a lot of sheet indeed. Open file. Let me run over to this real quick. Rakshasa familiar. There's some cute stuff in here, man. I'm getting like spoiled. Some of the future enemies and bosses. What the heck is that? He's cute. Where on earth is this sprite in this folder? Oh, found him. Oh, and they even have like the sprites for his little flag. That's cute. Okay. That's a lot of... Am I arting already? Yes, we're going to start 3D modeling something right now. So here's what we... Give me a second here. Here's what I'm pulling as a reference for it. Zoop. Our little mic. Just a little ball. I'm mostly doing this for the colors. Like, we could pull the color palette for UFO 50 pretty easily, but it's nice to just have exactly what the colors are in this instance. So, I'm going to export this puppy out. So give me a second. We're just gonna send it single frame, selected frame as a PNG. We're gonna call it Rakshasa familiar. Export this as 1,000 times larger than it already is, which is 32 by 16. Your brain knows how you do that one. It's exciting. Yeah, it's a neat little project. I like the idea of it. Oops. Export as, where did I export this to? Gulp. I'm gonna create a new folder in my Blender projects. Oh my god, I have like some old stuff in here. I forgot about this stuff. New folder. We're gonna call this UFO 50 Low-Polify. New folder in here. 1 Rakshasa, because I want to know that it's the first one we pulled. And then I'm gonna save it in here. Whoop. Okay. Let me go ahead and get Blender going here. Actually, I technically already have it open. Zoop. Okay. Here we are. We're in Blender. First thing I want to do, I want to bring that reference that I just created in. I'm also gonna just move this down because I don't want that right now. So let me, whoops. Where are you? Reference image. I want to get my reference. Don't look at my entire folder structure, please. Wait, did that show that? It probably didn't, did it? I'm actually curious. Oh, it didn't. It doesn't show that context. That's good. Not that there's anything in here I want people to see, necessarily. It just feels weird to leak the entire folder structure. Now, where did this go? Blender projects, UFO 50 Low-Polify, Rakshasa familiar. Here we are. They found the Zorn folder. The Zorn? Don't call it Zorn. I'm not too concerned about like sizing or anything like that, so this is just gonna be our reference. Look at him. How cute. I do want to move it up so that it's like sitting on the ground, basically. This is like the ground plane. It's like how I like to think of it. We're gonna move it back a little bit. We don't really need, we're not gonna like model this direct. I just kind of want it off. You know what, in fact, I'll move it off to the side a little bit. It's just something to look at every now and then. We can model this without using this as like a background or anything like that. Also, I'd like to stress that I am still quite a noob at Blender, so if you see me doing things that you wouldn't do as a Blender expert, feel free to provide tips, but also understand I might not, I'm pretty headstrong, I might not follow them. So we have a cube already. I'm gonna start with this cube actually, but I'm going to smooth it out. How smooth do we want it though? Yo, Rosie without roses. What up? Thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I do have like the basic Blender file as the default. Default cube, default camera, and light. I haven't done anything to my work environment to change that. I think I want more polygons to work with than this, so I am going to just give it the Control 2. Just more stuff to work with in the future. I also used this starting point for the forg that I did recently, and I thought it ended up looking nice. Hello, Rosie without roses. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Let me go ahead and just apply this subdivision surface. The rare post follow first time chat. Some people are shy, you know, it's not a big deal. All right, so we have our orb. Clearly, not much else is needed here. Let's think about how we want to do the wings. We could extrude from our shape. to make the wings. You know what? We actually want to do something else first. Give me only half of the cube. Or the cube. It's a cube in the outliner. It's not a cube anymore. But I want to do half of it, and I want to give it a mirror modifier so that I only have to work on half of it. Who here deletes the left half? Who here deletes the right half? Be honest. Why am I removing half? Because now, since this is basically a, you know, it's a shape that we can split down the middle. Obviously in this reference it's different, but as far as modeling it is concerned, it's a what's the word for it? It's a mirrored object. So now I can just edit one side of it and it affects both. I think I'm just gonna extrude the wings from the surface of this. I could just add like another mesh and like shove it inside, but I think it would be better to take like these faces and start the wings from this. Like so. Because wings aren't super huge. But we'll pull them out like that, and then we'll scale it on the Z. He's got like the traditional little like bat wing, so this is not really appropriate. But what I could do now, whoops, wrong merge. Want to merge these vertices. Close this menu, please. Simplify the mesh a little bit. And then we can just take these two. Kind of move them up a little bit. Take these, move them out a little bit. You know what? Take both and move them out to start. I kind of like that shape, to be honest with you. I might bring this down a little bit. Oops. I can drag the left edge of the transform menu to hide it. So like this. Swoop. Oh. Get hidden. I accidentally hit N, which like shows it and hides it, I guess. Okay. So we have our little Yorb. We can actually probably just keep him all one mesh, which would be ideal. Not always, but you know, I like to I need to get better at just like keeping my meshes all like in one piece. Not necessarily like for any reason, but it's a nice like change of pace from what I'm used to doing, which is just take like a bunch of different meshes and kind of cram them together. I think also I want to take these and I want to rotate them on the Z axis a little bit. Maybe not. Let's just bring these edges back. Flip me. Scoop. Give it a little bit of intrigue. I think also, just for like... I probably should have loop cut this before I got rid of that series of edges and vertices, because now we have like a random. Oh, what the heck? What? No, I see. I was looking at it wrong. How about this? How about this? What happens if I do this? No, it still doesn't like it. Okay, that's fine. Andros, so-and-so, whatever, whatever. Yeah, I can use the knife tool. Just go all the way down. That's what I was thinking, but I don't use the knife tool as often as I probably should. Also, hold on. I should have not done this in one fell swoop. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just cut all the way down here. It doesn't have to be any certain way. I just want to create the vertices. My only problem is that I wish it would go through in the same like identical fashion, you know? Because like this... Wait. Do I have to complete them all like that, or can I just go down and it'll like no? Like if I do this... It technically does cut all the way through it, huh? Zoop! Why didn't it create... Oh, hold on. It did. I just want this to be like straight on. Give me the whole loop. I want to bring this like... I want to bring this forward. Give it like a weird bend. And then I think also we need to scale this on the Y. Just bring them in a little bit because they're a little pointy or like blocky looking. And then I think honestly, bring these. Whoops. Why is it rotating it? That's kind of weird. I think it's because of like their orientation at present. This is not bad though. Here, let's... bring these back more. Bring this back a little bit more. Try to maintain like this wing shape. Zoop. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to... Let's see what this looks like. Just make this pointy at the bottom. It looks kind of weird in the scheme, like the grand scheme, but it looks better than the it looks better than it being a block. Whoops. Nah, I think I like this better actually, yeah. I feel like these faces need to come forward. To give the wing like a little bit of a bend. Yeah, that looks a little bit more like wing bat-like. It was too flat before, and I think also we can take this one vertice on the tip and move it back. I say one vertice all the time, it's just one vertex, huh? All right. And then just like a little bit of like topping off. Let's... Now you feel like you should give it a go too? It's a fun idea. I think... Whoa, what the heck? Oh, I saw this and I was like, what is that? It's my reference image. I think it's a good... Like, it helps me when I'm trying to learn like a new medium. To give me like a little like challenge like this. Like, I feel like I didn't really know how to draw anything, which is still kind of true. I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm drawing. But Inktober in 2019, I like really committed to it, and I did like 25 out of the 31 days. Some days were better than others, but I did like a good bit of art that month, and I felt like I learned a lot, and the challenge kind of helped make it a routine. And I value that kind of experience. All right, let's stop fiddling with the wings. We can come back to them, but we need to address the little feet, and then we can start like texture painting. Well, UV wrangling first. But the feet should be pretty easy. It's just a matter of like deciding where the feet should extrude from. Do we want to do it from this face? It's kind of low. This face is kind of high. Maybe we do both. You know how to draw perspective because you can imagine the 3D model in the Blender viewport. Your brain is to be cooked. Hey, whatever works, you know, whatever works. I actually think it might be better to do both faces here as the extrude. Now this one vertice, I kind of want to one vertice yet again. This one vertex I want to make a little bit more like this shaped. I know it kind of messes with the overall spherical nature of the mesh, but it's gonna be okay. In my head, it makes sense. Yeah, that's not too bad. The deformation there is not too bad. All right. Give me like the top view for this. Extrude these bad boys out. Look at them little feets. And they're kind of just like little squares in the reference. So I'm not too worried about like making them very detailed or anything like that. I will shrink them down. I think overall the entire foot might be a little too big. You can grab these edges, bring them down a little bit. Are you familiar with the different transform spaces available? Have you tried setting it to normal? I usually when I extrude, depending on how it's like how I select things, I will extrude along the normals rather than just extrude out on the region, because it helps with the overall shape in that situation. But overall, I haven't messed too much with like changing the transform orientation up here from global to local or normal. Normal is useful for me in various scenarios, but the other ones really haven't messed with them much. Like, I don't know what the heck gimbal even does, to be honest with you, or local. Here's what I think though. I think this needs a little bit more complex geometry. Give me a loop cut there. And then I want to bring up this edge, because that looks more like a little foot to me. See how it's like sticking out there now? He's like kicking. Whoops. They're not very useful very often, but when they are truly saving graces. I could see that. That's the thing, man. I've seen a lot of people on like the Blender subreddit. It's like every time a post is made, people are like, "What? You can do that?" And there's a lot of people that like it's all hidden in plain sight, you know? Just like you said in the Discord earlier. Squish this in. No, I don't like it. I think this looks kind of cute, man. I do think this edge could be scaled in a little bit. Kind of round the bottom of the foot out a little bit, like the heel. But look at how excited it looks. Now, he's rounded on top and a little flat on the bottom. Right now, he's very spherical. I will like select some of these bottom verts and just move them up a little bit. Nothing crazy, but kind of like something to round out the bottom a little bit, just to give them a little bit more of like a not perfectly spherical shape. You could also argue that you could do something similar to the top, give it a little bit more like something a little bit more than like a perfect circle, because perfect shapes kind of look odd. Like nothing's perfect, you know? He looks cute. Okay, well, I think this is good enough. I think we could like start preparing for a little bit of like UV unwrapping and painting. This guy might have been a little too easy, but we'll see. I also think, hold on, what would this look like? We would need to take like all of this. This is the part where you're just kind of like moving around small pieces here and there to see how it affects the overall shape. Go back into object mode every now and then to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. I think maybe if anything, the feet could stand to be a little bit longer. They look a little too snubby right now, but that might be okay, especially after painting it. But let's just see what this looks like. Bring them out a little bit more. Maybe have them shoot off a little bit like this. I don't like it. I think it looked better before. Okay. Let's see how this looks with a texture or like a material on it. Also, first things first, I need to change some defaults. Something I've been dragging my butt on. Color management, we need to make this, instead of AGX, standard. And then we need to, that's really it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and just hide the light and the camera from the scene view. Rename this. This is our familiar. He's got a big old eyeball, some wings. Painting this is gonna be interesting. All right, let's give it a material. This is our base material. We're just gonna call it, I don't know what to do here. I'm just gonna call it the texture. I never know what to name like the material and then like the actual PNG file. Good night, Simbera. Have a great rest of your evening. Sleep good. Catch you next time. Open this. Let's get me a shader editor. Boop. Zoom and enhance. First thing I want to do, I want to bring in a UV reference. Give me a UV grid. Do we want to do 1024 by 1024, or should I try something smaller, like 512, like literally cut it in half? Keeping it at 1024 gives it that like cell shaded vibe. Doing lower resolution here would make it look more like pixely. The hardest part of Blender, naming stuff. You can't even understand what I'm doing, but it looks so complicated. It's not that bad, not that complicated. Let's see. I'm gonna keep it at 1024. It's fine. All right, so we have this now. This should be. Whoa. The wings are like not even part of the UV right now. That's pretty crazy. We're gonna have to unwrap this. That's not a big deal. We knew this was coming. Let's start by doing it here. Now, I've got to admit, I'm pretty new to this whole like UV unwrapping business. I kind of just mark seams in places that I think would make sense to have them be marked, and then I see how it would look on the overall UV map. It would help if I was in material preview here. Let's do the entire wing down the side first. We might even want to like just cut the wing off. That's the back plating of the wing. Let's mark the seam here. Okay, that looks a lot better, but our circle, like the body is still messed up, and so is the foot. Yay! Dun, dun, dun. What a great soundtrack, dude. Just gonna keep marking seams until these squares make sense. Luckily, I'm not using like a pre-made texture or anything like that, so it's like as long as the squares look relatively samey in their sizing, I can feel confident that the paint will go on even. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, the wing's looking pretty good now, but the sphere is really bad. Look at these two little eyeballs on accident. Cute. Let's just, whoop, wrong key. Split the circle in half on both sides like this. That looks pretty good. Look at him flattened over here. I think this is good enough. Maybe we could maybe like put it into quads. Like if we do this. That looks a little better up here at least. Did I know I can bind mark seam to a key? I assume that was the case, but I don't know how to do that. I need to though. Hello, Mox is calling. What's going on?
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. We're 3D modeling.
Hi, chat. What are you 3D modeling?
I'm modeling this little familiar character from Rakshasa.
You? Is that what we landed on today with Rakshasa?
It is.
Very cool. So, I am gonna go to the gym. I'm just gonna come home.
Okay.
Maybe like Zaxby's.
Okay.
Is there a character in Zaxby's Pog?
He was here earlier. I don't know if he still is, but I'm sure he'll be pogging in spirit.
Yeah, I kind of love Zaxby's.
Okay.
That's alright.
Yeah.
And then are you setting up for the Low-Polify tonight?
I am planning to co-stream the Game Awards after this. Average Atlas, what's up? Exovims, what's up? Yes, please. You're gonna go. Are you gonna come home and do art? Is that what you said? Okay. You made it sound like you were gonna go somewhere else and do it. Okay. Sounds fun. Okie dokie, thank you. I love you too. Be safe. Bye. Whoops. Sorry, I was in the middle of unwrapping this and I was like, you know what if we squished him down a little bit? Average Atlas, how is your workout? Make him a little bit more blobular. This looks good. That's cute. Okay. When you hover the mouse over the option in the menu, right click on it, there should be a bind or make shortcut. I don't remember the exact words. The problem there is like now I'd have to figure out what I want to bind it to. It was a leg day, you wanted to throw up. Well, it's a good thing you got it out of the way. Did you do any core exercises in addition? Because remember, core exercises are everyday exercises. All right, this looks better to me. And moving that didn't mess up the UV. So bring this back. We need to actually create a texture now that we're going to paint onto. Page up and page down aren't used for anything else, so binding it to mark and unmark is pretty useful. I have like, do you know what the F keys do? Are the F keys available? Because I have these like special keys on the side of my keyboard that are already mapped to the F keys. New image texture. Give me a new one. We're gonna call this familiar. Squeep, squeep. Yep, yep. 1024 is fine. Again, pretty high resolution for something like this, but it's okay. There's our character. He is just straight black right now because of the predefined color for the texture. Let me just mark or put this down. This is our non-texture paint view. Now we're in texture paint view. We see our texture over here with our UV map laid out. I'm going to bring up, well, first I'm going to move this over, scroll out. I like looking at it while I'm working on it. You don't have to, I guess, but I like it. But I also want just a kind of like a generic 3D viewport over here. And I want to be looking at him from like the front as I paint onto him. So that way I can like see what's going on. We're going to make a new color palette here. And I'm going to just source colors from the image. The black is like straight black, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. But then I also want to get this like green, add that color. I want to grab the lighter green. Just a lot of greens. The UFO 50 color palette has like a ton of green. Get this like yellow. And that's really all that's used for this character, huh? M, how are you today? What's going on? I can make it be more than one key. You don't know the F keys, but you know F12 is render. Fair, fair. I hope everyone's having a good evening. I know it's we're finally over the hump day. It's the end of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and paint flats. So let me real quick. I'm gonna go into my brush settings. Something I do immediately, and this is just kind of like something I do. I change the stroke drop off, like the fall off that it's using, to flat so that it's like instantaneously coloring things. It doesn't have like a stroke consideration. And then I'm going to go into the brush settings, like the tool settings, which I'm already in. And in the options, there's backface culling and occlude that we can turn off just to do the flat, because like it's literally, I just want to make him green. And that should paint the whole model outside of like the top and bottom. Now that is Mike Wazowski if I've ever seen it, dude. Yo, Dragon Hunter, what's up? You love joining the stream to a Nuclear Throne song? Great soundtrack, made by the same guy that did the Fall Guys soundtrack. Are you kidding me? All right, so this is our flats, so we can see the texture up above. Oh, you know what we didn't do? This is unfortunate. Undo all this. First thing I want to do, this is just kind of like a habitual thing. I want to make sure that even though it's already live unwrapping, I want to unwrap things. And then I want to average the island size, and then I want to pack the islands with a little bit of like a margin, because otherwise there might be like a little bit of bleed, which is annoying. I find that 0.025 is plenty in most cases. And that's all that's going to do for us, which is fine. And then we can go back to texture paint and we can just redo the flats real quick. Look at how green. Okay. Okay. This is what it looks like with the actual rendering settings we have right now. In the texture paint, it's like a little bit of shading to it, which is helpful to see like the depth of the overall shape. Sucking down Darjeeling. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good evening. We'll see you next time. What? What? 123 can do 1,000 to 1,200 pounds? General math is if you're pushing at a 45-degree angle, then the load is only 70% of the actual weight. And then since you're not pushing your body weight, like with squats or deadlifts, you can get a lot higher. Coco Makoma, what's up? How are you? This reminds you of a Ween song. 1,000 pounds? Not quite 45 degrees, but not quite a flat push. You did 270, 4 sets, 12 reps, and you wanted to pass out. Holy shit, dude. 1,000 is crazy, man. Okay, so now that he's painted with the flats, let's go ahead and do, I want to get the eyeball figured out. Like, we're going to get the placement of the eyeball. And it looks like the eyeball is just using this yellow color, so I'm going to just up the size of my brush to something that's way too big. Let's do 64 is... The problem with this is that like you can zoom and the size of your brush adjusts with the zoom. I'm sure there's a way to turn that off, but it's kind of annoying. But from this distance, I can tell that I want the eyeball to be... Here, you know what we're gonna do actually? First thing I wanna do, go into edit mode. I wanna select various faces. Only the faces I want to paint on in this instance. Because there's a way to basically say, hey, only paint on the faces that I have selected. I don't want to paint on his foot. Paint foot. That's a Poor Things reference in case you've not seen that movie. It's a great movie. You should watch it. All right, go in here, click on this button, and now we can only paint on the thing I have selected. And then I just want to do like a dot here-ish. Boop. See how it bled a little bit onto the texture? See, this is bleeding because they're overlapping. That's kind of annoying. I wonder if, you know what, honestly, I didn't notice that potential bleed. I should have looked at it before we did anything. All right, bring him back. We need to do like another cut, I think, in order to make this smaller. Where would I cut this? It's hard to see in material preview. Hold on. Maybe we should just cut all the way around like this. Mark seam. I just marked sharp. All right, this should be better. There should be less bleed in this scenario. Missy buddy, been so long. Nice snag model. It is kind of like a little goblin, isn't it? Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Average my islands. Pack my islands. And then scrutinize them for any overlap. These look much better to me. Cool. All right, now we go back to texture paint. And I just kind of, I undid everything just then because it was like easier to do at this stage. All right, flats are flatted. Let's make sure we turn this back on. I also forgot to do that before, so I was gonna paint through the model, the eyeball. All right. Give me these faces. Whoop, whoop, zoop, zoop, zoop. Don't need all of these, but I just kind of want to get like a decent space. Tiny Ticky, what's up? UFO 50, name all 50 UFOs. Campanella. And then what? The Big Bell? Isn't that what it's called? Those are the actual only 2 UFOs in UFO 50. Crazy, I know. Welcome in, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Are there more UFOs in UFO 50 outside of just Pilot and Isabel's? I'm trying to recall. I don't think so. Truthfully. All right, back into texture paint. Where is my brush? Oh, I'm in the selection mode. Okay. Give me an eyeball. Boop. It's a pretty good eyeball. We'll make it a little like happy looking later on when we do more detailing. I've identified them so they're no longer UFO 50s. Every racer in Big Bell Race, you're right. I forgot about that game. Probably each with a name. Very true. Bearded Joe, how you doing this evening? Good to see you. I feel like maybe the eyeball should be a little higher on the model. Boop. That's good. Okay. And now let's do some like basic shading. I think the easiest way to do basic shading, in my experience so far, is to just select the faces on the bottom. Whoops, I'm trying to select faces that are mirrored. We'll do these too. Well, let's not do these yet. We'll do like more detailed curve shading on these. Yeah, we'll do like a more detailed curve like here, like a loop to make it appear more circular. Grab this because we're gonna color the bottom of those. In fact, even grab the bottom heel. Grab these as well. This should be good. We're gonna take these and then we're just going to paint them this darker green color that the reference is using as the shader, like the shaded color. Just really quick. Give it a big green. And look at him already. He's got a little bit of shadow going on down here. Looks cute. Now we're gonna do a little bit more of like a detailed taper on the shading. I don't even necessarily think we need these two faces, but I'll bring them along. And this is where we get into a little bit more like fine control of the brush, which is going to require a smaller brush for first things first. 16 pixels is still too big. Let's do like 8 because we're going to be zoomed in a little bit on this. That's good. I want to have like a guide for this. So if you go into your stroke, you can stabilize the stroke, and that allows you to like paint with like a little bit of like a drag. It's better for curved lines and such. So we'll do that. But I want to bring the shading like in like this to like paint more of a like a rounded shape for our little familiar here. Bring that in. Kind of convincing, like make it look more spherical. Equalize the stroke. Yes, you must control your stroke, everybody. Accidental JOI stream. Okay. Same thing on this side. It's a little dramatic. Hold on. That's good on the foot. Like I like that shape, that throw line, but let me bring it in a little bit more. Too much. Too much. Jellyfish vibes, how are you? What's going on? Hope you're having a great evening. And then I want to like kind of just, ooh, Dungeon of the Endless soundtrack. Rare sighting. Bring this in. What the heck happened here? We can clean that up. I don't know where that came from. This is looking a little like it's defining, it's giving us depth there, which is nice. But you know what? That might be okay. I feel like it could use a little more, to be honest. Like here. Oops. Like that kind of action. Hold on, let me try that again. I'm still getting used to like the texture painter mode in Blender. I feel like it's fine enough. It's actually pretty good for what I'm trying to accomplish in it. But there are things that I think it could extremely utilize. Like I would love to have the ability to have layers in this. Like if I could make like a layers panel and paint layers on top of this UV, that would be incredible. It'd be so helpful. Could I send the reference picture in Discord real quick? Started, but would be nice to have something to look at. Yeah, give me a sec. I think I'm only capturing Discord or Blender right now, so I can open this up with no fear. I'm gonna put it in the Craft Center channel. Whoops. I accidentally almost sent the entire zip file, which I could do, but I don't know if everybody wants that. I'm gonna send you, yeah, the bigger version that I upscaled, because the actual files were the in-game asset size, which is tiny. You like my top? Thank you. Yes, no sweater today. It's a little warmer in here at the very least. When I got home yesterday, I put on that sweater because I was like, yo, it's sweater season, whatever. It was still very hot in this particular, like in our apartment. So I was sweating on stream yesterday. I got a little dirty, like almost like there was like a bleed there. I don't know how that happened. I must have like accidentally colored over it. I think the bottom shading is looking pretty good right now. I do think we need to add like a little bit of something on the bottom of the feet. I don't know, maybe like the sharp cut looks good. We could add like a little bit of roundedness though if we wanted. Rouge the Bat song, by the way. Oops. might be better off using like the actual curve tool that Blender has. Good evening, people whose computer mysteriously decided that a system process needed to use 90% of their GPU when they powered it on just now. Holy crap, was it like, did the fans kick on where you go into space? How you doing, Nugs? Hope your computer's okay. That stuff always makes me nervous. I think that looks good. But now, see, look. Now our shadow just kind of ends here. We'd have to scoop it down even further. Let's do like a steep little scoop. That's good. That looks good. You don't want to get lost in the sauce on this stuff. It does add up. Like every small, minute detail makes a difference. But we're getting a little tunnel visioned, I think. Let's work on the backside. I think the first thing we want to do is clean this whole thing up. Just paint over it with the green again. I don't know how I got the shaded green in there. What if you want to get lost in the sauce? That's fine, but I'm streaming, man. I can't get lost in the sauce too long. If you're doing this, if you're following along, or if you're doing like a Bob Ross style, we're all doing this together type thing, feel free to go at your own pace, but I got a show to run, bud. The producers are sweating. I'm gonna have to just start like here and work my way up. I probably should have selected all of these faces. Hold on, Control Z. Give me these at the very least so we have like our starting point to look at. This is Overbold. Great game. I'm excited for the idea of this series because like a wheel that picks a random game is always exciting. How is this looking over here? That looks okay. Like this is kind of the idea. Nothing too crazy. Kind of meets at a point right there. That's fine. Now I do think we want to do like a little bit of detailing around like the maybe like the creases of the leg, like here, to give like depth from a front view. Because if you look at this here, there's like no way to see. There's going to be a an outline on the overall shape. So when we're looking at it from like this angle, or like, actually the outline's gonna only affect the exterior portion. So yeah, we'll add some detailing on like the creases in the thigh, the thigh region, and that's pretty easy to do. I do want to grab. Here, hold on. Unselect everything. Grab like these. Bring the. I want the. So right now we're using space. We're gonna use a line tool for this one. Same color as the others, but I'm just gonna like drag this in the crease and not go all the way to the top, but go to like right there-ish. And then maybe do the same thing on this side. Just to like, whoops. Make sure the legs have a little bit of definition. Because the way that we're coloring this has like a lot of like it's very flat. Which is, it's what I want. That's like the style that I'm going for. But you got to make sure that like there's some depth in there. And I think also it could benefit. We could benefit from it like right here on like the toe, perhaps. You know what? Actually, let's just paint little toes. Let's give him 3 little toes. And then let's make sure we follow those through here, just to make the foot a little bit more interesting looking, right? So now he's got little feet. I'm noticing a pattern. I like working on the feet of the characters that I'm working on. The Forg was no exception. Okay. That looks good to me. Let's turn this off for a second and just kind of look at what we have going on. Our reference has like a little eyeball that's like smiling and happy. Let's bring in the black color again. I'm going to up the radius. Let's do 60. We did 64 for the eyeball. Let's do 48 for the interior eyeball. I'm gonna just smack it right in the center and you'll see why here in a moment. Like right here-ish. Boink. Look at how cute that is. Oh my god. And then we're going to take the green. Same green as the body. Hey, this is from Rakshasa, this song. This is not steep enough. We need like a... Here, what we'll do. Yo, Neutron, what up? How are you? What a convo to walk into. Just working on the feet. No big deal. Hope you're having a good day. Whoa, I have the line tool still selected. Let's not do line. Give me back to space. I'm trying to just like make this a little wider. What are you doing? Why is it still trying to do a line? Oh, because I have stabilize on. Whoops. Sorry, I'm holding my breath. Whew. Okay. There we go. That looks good to me. It's kind of like the same expression as what's going on over here. Now what we'll do is we're going to like give this some detailing. And I think again, the easiest way to do that for me personally is to just stabilize the stroke. We doing lines? No Coke. We're doing line art. And we'll just like darken this up. We can go in, whoop! We can go in real close and personal here and kind of clean this edge up. We're doing lines, we're edging. Still a little bit of green on here. I'm being like very like, okay. Bring that in. Now we have like a weird bump because of the mirroring. Hold on, let me fix that. Whoops. That's too sharp, that's pointy, that hurts. This would actually probably be better without the guide right now, but that's okay. Don't have to be perfect with these line thicknesses either. I think it looks better that way, to be honest with you. It gives it like a cool illustrated vibe. Dr. Gene Bean, can you post a link? Just saw this cool Humble Bundle and need to look at it more. Ultimate 2D to 3D Artist Bundle. Moho Pro, I don't know what that is. It looks like is it motion capture? Is that a motion capture thing? 100 brushes for Moho. Oh, maybe this is like a... What is Moho? Is this like a painting program? MSRP $1,200 for $30. There's a $2,100 value in this and you get it for 30 bucks. Sounds like a great deal. What is that thing? It's like a 3D model, like various 3D models, poser content. With posers content, human and animal models are prepared for you to start designing and posing immediately. Oh, so they're like fully like armatured 3D models. Interesting. I mean, that's valuable. That stuff is not cheap. That's cool. Good find. I actually think we haven't been dramatic enough with the shadows. on the bottom of the character, especially like on the tummy region. I think we can actually take this from like his entire region here, like the entire crotch. Now this does mean we're gonna have to like, that looks okay. We don't have to like worry about it on the feet so much. Maybe a little bit more drama, like a more dramatic swoop there. Oh no, it's the end of Campanella. Sad music. This looks too sharp now to me. That ain't helping. Why do the end of the Campanella games always sound so sad? I know Campanella 3 is sad because it was like, that was like UFO 50, like UFO Soft was like, this is the end for us. This is like one of the last games we're ever gonna make. It'd be like if Mario was gonna disappear forever. We also are gonna have to do some like shading on the wings, which is gonna be interesting because like the interior of the wings, like the edges are bright, but the interior is not. We also have some like highlights that we can do with this like brighter yellow, so we'll play with that. Are we games awarding tonight? I thought you saw in the announcement. Yes. Doesn't it start in like 15 minutes? Does it start in 15 minutes or an hour and 15 minutes? $15? Okay. Good to know. You can't wait to get awarded a game? I don't think that's how it works, but I like your enthusiasm. Okay, just giving this a little bit more. That's not quite right. There we go. Maybe that's better. Now this is looking a little awkward though. There we go. Now this kind of looks funky. This like crease here. Hold on, let me just like zoop. And we'll deal with that like valley I just made in a second. I would hotkey the stabilize in a heartbeat. I need to like come up with a series of hotkeys for this because this is getting like, it's annoying to have to flip back and forth some of these like tools. Okay, smooth that out a little bit. Color this in because I saw a spot. Y'all think Elden Ring's gonna take the game of the year, like the DLC for it? Okay. 100% yes. It is what it is. I don't have any stake in it, to be honest. I can't think of like other games that came out this year, to be honest with you. Right, real quick, I'm gonna start painting on these wings. So the reference has them kind of like, yeah, there's like a little bit of something going on here. Give me the stabilize. So like kind of that action going on. A little bit. And then we have like this kind of action. It's like a bat wing, right? The thickness of my strokes are different now because I zoomed in. That's something I need to learn how to not like do because it messes me up constantly. I think this is fine. It looks a little funky though. Hold on, I think it's actually better like this. Whoa, I zoomed way out. I'm gonna have to figure out how to co-stream the Game Award because I got the invite thing on my dashboard, but I didn't look at it at all. I did it last time. Okay. Can I set it to be in world space, not screen space? How does one do this? If you know how to do that, let me know, because that would be awesome. It's probably in like the settings of the tool. Stroke. Adjust strength for spacing. Automatically adjust strength to give consistent results in different spacings. What? That doesn't seem to have worked.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding this. Monkey Souls Balatro. Sadly, I don't think you can adjust stroke thickness. You can definitely adjust the stroke thickness, but how do we make it so that the viewport is not affecting that change? Because if I'm right here and I do something, it's tiny. If I'm back here and I do something, it's huge. That's the current question. It looks like this should be it though. Spacing between brush daubs as a percentage of brush diameter. They make a pill to let you adjust stroke thickness. People love the word stroke. Also, maybe it's the type of brush I'm using. Stroke method space? I don't think so. All right, this is fine. Let's not get tunnel visioned on it. Let's make sure we color the interior of the wings. It was actually probably a dumb idea to do the line work first. We should color the interior of the wing, or at least block it out, because coloring over it is gonna be a pain. Our reference has like, it's because the wings are cupped, so I'm not gonna do it too much, I think, but give me a moment. You are great. You're gonna go to the docks. Holy cow. You're goated for that one. Do this, and then let's color this whole sucker in. Consulting the documentation. Whoops! Gentle around the edge here. Alright, bring this over, bring this in. That looks good to me. Now we do line work on top of this. Stabilize my strokes. You just snort laughed. 123 loves to throw out the weird. Zoop, follow that line, and then just kind of do like one of these little guys. Hold on, might look better if I do like. Weird is good. I remember back when used to be like what we would farm around here. The farms. Zeppelin Weird's bit reward win. That's a good idea, actually. Folks, I think this is like, due to time constraints, I think we're looking at a pretty close to finished rendition of this. Outside of getting the outline, which we need to apply. So, to do that, the outline is pretty straightforward. Go back to layout mode here. He looks pretty cute, man. He's gonna look good with the outline too. The outline takes it to the next level. We need to add a new texture first and foremost. We're gonna call it the outline. I have caps lock on. We're going to make it an emission shader. We're going to set it to black because UFO 50 outlines things in straight black. And then we are going to, down here, we're going to turn on backface culling for the camera and the shadow. And then we're just going to go in here. We're going to add a modifier, a solidify modifier. And then with this, we just need to make sure we turn normals. We flip the normals, and then we're going to set it to the index of the material that we are pointing in this particular modifier at. And then we're just going to adjust our thickness to give us an outline. And now we have a little outline for our little guy. And he's super cute. I like that the outline kind of like separates his feet depending on the angle that you're looking at him from. That's such a nice effect. It really helps. His eyeball might be a little too small in hindsight, but you know what? That's okay. Not too worried about it. Last thing I'm gonna do just to wrap this up is I'm gonna set the background color of the world to be a color from UFO 50. Probably the pink color that I like so much. So give me 1 second. UFO 50 low spec color palette. It is FE626E girl stitch color. And now, boink! Holy red. I mean, it's pink, but it's very pink. It's only available in sculpt mode. Wow, that's interesting. But either way, well, we may do. We may do. Flashbang out. Pink flashbang out. Look at him. Rakshasa familiar. You know what we should have done? We should have included the little white flag because I don't think that doesn't show up in Velgrass. Yo, Spirit of Still will lead you. Jazz Jackrabbit OST, welcome in. It's been a minute. Good to see ya. He's so cute. Oh. There's a line here that seems to have been missed in the painting. Oh, why does it do this? I don't know why it does this sometimes. Hold on, go back to this. Okay. Give me my darker green. Make sure we're coloring this. Careful not to color something else on accident. I don't get why this happens. We need to save this. Okay, that's been saved. It's like it shows pink like this when it can't find the texture, but it clearly knows what texture I'm looking at here. So I don't know why it does this. Especially because if you go into render mode, it's correct. Did I pull the sprite from the game files? All of the UFO 50 sprites are available on spritersresource.com. You can just download the zip folders and they're all there. It's pretty nutty. He's so cute though. I like it, dude. I like it a lot. And that was a quick little model. I mean, it could have been faster, but I'm picky about certain things. Like this is driving me a little crazy. I want to fix it, but it's okay. I'm going to save this. This is our familiar. Let me go back to the folder that I created. I know y'all can't see it, but that's by design. Documents. I'm just gonna list out my folder structure anyway. Blender projects. Pornographics. Familiar. Oops, all bobber, what's up? I also like to bake I like to pack the resources into the file. So if I like move this to the Google Drive or something, and then I download it on another computer, I can just pull it out from there and start working on it. Otherwise you lose like your textures and stuff and it gets weird. Leak the file structure. All right, folks, boink. We have our little guy. He's cute. Thank you for joining me on this first ever Low-Polify UFO 50 edition, where we take assets from games that we like, and in this case UFO 50, and we turn them into 3D models. That was a lot of fun. I look forward to the next one. I wonder what the wheel will produce for the next game. New marker. Doink. Okay. All right, folks. Look how cute. I am gonna restream. I'm gonna co-stream the